Non-sampling risk. Human error, guys. Hello. Human error. Sampling risk. Non-sampling risk. Human error. Human error. Human error. Human error is correct. Human error is non-sampling risk. Why? Something other than sample goes wrong. Now, if sample goes wrong, then it is called as the sampling risk. So, can you see the definition? Sampling risk means risk that auditor's conclusion based on sample will be different from the entire population. അതായത് instead of sample, had you taken the entire population, your conclusion would be wrong. That is sampling. Something other than sample goes wrong, then it is non-sampling. Any doubts with respect to this? Can I get an acknowledgement whether you are clear with it? If you are clear, what I'll do is, before discussing the question, I will be doing one thing. Ask me what, na? I will show you 4 situations wherein you have to identify whether it is IRA, CRA, DRA, or Nanna. Can I? See, there is no point in mugging up, right? Okay. Ready? Okay. Just focus. I wanted you to say whether it is IR, CR, DR, or if you don't feel it is risk, say none. Start. Lack of sufficient working capital to continue operations or declining industry characterized by large number of business failures. Which risk is that? See, if there is a business failure, it will affect going concern. See, can internal control prevent this? No, it's a characteristics of business. Can audit procedure detect? It is characteristic nature of business. So answer is IR. Financial transaction that require complex calculation. Financial transaction that require complex calculation. Which risk is that? Like accounting estimates, complex calculation. Okay, all of you are saying CR. Can I ask you something? Complex calculation, guys. Accounting estimates. Even if there is pakka 100% lot of controls, can internal control prevent the accounting estimates risk? No. There are some transaction which is inherently risk. So answer you said is not correct, guys. Please mark that. Can you correct your answer? It is not control risk, da. It is again inherent risk. You can make mistake. I'm here to rectify. Okay. Adverse publicity. Wrong publicity. Which risk is that? You say whatever answer you want. IRA, CRA, DRA, Nanna. Whatever you want, you say. CR. Why others not saying? Confidentiality, why da? You can say. Answer is Setu? Yes, answer is not a risk. What did I say? To be an audit risk, what was the primary condition? It should have a material misstatement in FS. Because of adverse publicity, there is no misstatement. Ma'am, FS salary is, sales is less. See, sales becoming less is business risk, not an audit risk. This is business risk. Setu, did you understand? So answer is not an audit risk. Unless there is a misstatement in FS, it's not an audit risk. Last, wrong audit procedure on correct sample. Which risk? That's easy. You are saying detection risk. Detection, like I showed you, na, is it a sampling risk or non-sampling risk? Can you say in detection risk, which risk? You want to see the question now? Wait. Here. Wrong procedure on correct sample. Which risk? Correct. This is non-sampling risk. Vismaya, correct sample da. Sample is correct na. Sample correct alle. Your procedure is wrong. So, non-sampling, right, Vismaya? If sample is wrong, sampling risk. Something other than sample wrong, non-sampling. So, it is non-sampling risk. Okay. Are we clear? So now I'm going to make you do one question. Okay. You want to just say, or you want me to teach you, or teach allato, you want me to guide you the presentation, what will be in the first para, or just say option 1 or guide option 2. Say guide. I'll go as per your preference. Right? Right? Okay. So can you take a paper? You can take 30 seconds rest. By the way, any doubt? എന്തെങ്കിലും doubt ഉണ്ടോ? Any doubt you have, guys, in this? Any questions? Any doubt? So we have finished totally 3 parts. First we finished risk assessment, then we did one question. Now we finish audit risk. Now we'll go for one question. So before we go, this was one question from the recent MTP. You want to try to say the answer? This was from the recent MTP. Given the presence of optimistic assumptions on high risk, how should the auditor approach risk assessment? The case study is there, but still. Base risk assessment on quantifiable metrics. Apply professional judgment. Treat risk assessment on precise calculation. Relies only on management representation. We did na. Risk assessment is not precise. It can be quantifiable or non-quantifiable. Management representation SA 580 is not sole evidence. So it is based on APJ. You remember that sentence? Where is that? This one. Okay. So once you are ready, give me ready. We will start. You can take rest for 30 seconds. After that, we'll start. How many of you feel risk assessment topic is difficult? Eda, you can be very open with me. Risk assessment topic is very difficult. How many of you feel, I mean, you felt, I'm asking you, me? Okay. What about others? Only you. Okay. So I feel once you study with the concept, risk assessment topic is very, very, very easy. Items in FS. I'll say one thing. I'm not going to take it now. Items in FS, what I feel is when you study an item, say inventory, example, when you study that particular item inventory, think how all questions can come from inventory. Either they can give you a situation, ask you to identify assertion, or they will give you the assertion, ask you to write or they will ask you question relating to accounting standard, or they can ask you MCQ to identify. So once you study an item and guessing how the question can be framed, I feel it is easy. And Mohammed, when you study, now it's last few days before the exams, alle. So for those people, how many of you have not touched items in FS till now? Can you raise the hands? I won't call your name. Can you say how many of you have left items in FS untouched? Okay. Others? Okay. Others? Say those who are saying me. Those who have left untouched. Many of you. Uh, okay. Just started. Whoever saying that in the next 1 week, keep a target like this, 7 days. Okay. In 7 days, try to finish. Don't keep 1 or 2 days fully for items in FS. You'll be exhausted. 7 days, let 3 items a day. Keep 1.5 hours a day for 3 items. You finish consistently 3 items which. Whenever you study 3 items, think how the questions can be asked, then only you study. Because I've seen students simply study, mug up the item without understanding how the questions can be framed. ഞാൻ പറയുന്ന മനസ്സിലായോ? പുരിഞ്ചതാ? Did you understand what I'm saying? Okay. 9th chapter also. Okay. Now we'll go to that next 2 minutes rest. I mean, next rest we'll discuss. Now, can I go to the question? After this, again, one more topic is there. Then only we can wind up. Okay. So, Mohammed, I'll address that in the next rest. Which question I asked you to read? I didn't ask her. Here. Hey, Chello, Kanmani, Maklai, come on, read. Question number 5. Read and let me know. Do you have the pen and paper? Not question number 1. You do question number 5. Setu, you do this. Ada, you have that pen and paper with you? Okay. I will just guide you, okay? Huh. XYZ is engaged in the business and running several stores in varieties of items such as ready-made garments for all seasons, shoes, gift item, watches. There are security tags on each and every item. Moreover, inventory records are physically verified on a monthly basis. Discuss the types of inherent control detection risk perceived by auditor. Maybe it is 4 marks or maybe it is 5 marks. Usually it is 4 or 5 marks descriptive. Ada, can you say how will you start? How will you write? എങ്ങനെ എഴുതും? എപ്പടി എഴുതുവെങ്ക? എടാ, someone support na? Where you went? As per. Hey, Danya, why don't you put a heading, Kuta? Just to make the presentation okay. Put a heading, na? You put a heading audit risk. Okay. Now, others as per essay 200. And as per essay 200, first which sentence, what is audit risk you write? They asked about audit risk. Audit risk is the, but are you writing? Audit risk is the risk of expressing an inappropriate opinion when FSR materially misstated. Don't use short form for the exam, please. Can you see the screen? Okay. If screen is not visible, you should let me know. Okay, when FSR materially misstated. Now, what will you write in the second part? That will be like an intro para, first para. In the second part, you write audit risk comprises of. How will you write? Audit risk comprises of. Hello. Inherent risk, One sentence you should write what is inherent risk. One sentence control risk, one sentence detection risk. Since time is running, I'm not writing, okay? Which one you will write? This one, susceptibility, this sentence. No need to write sampling risk and non-sampling. This sentence you should write. Ma'am, can we make it in our own words? No. Inherent risk is unavoidable risk? No. Don't write it in your own sentence. Write in ICI keyword language. Acknowledge whether you heard. Hello. Reply, then only I'll continue. Don't write in your own words, guys. At least use the keywords susceptibility before considering control, individually aggregate. Okay. Where is my question? So this will be the second part. Now third. Third part, how will you write down? They asked you in the case, what are the inherent, what are the control, what are the detection risk? They asked you to identify which all are the inherent control and detection risk. Now ball is in your court. Can you say which all are inherent control and detection? Ma'am, hello, reply buddies. I said now you should be able to identify inherent control and detection in the case. In the given case, I'll write here. In the given case, which are inherent risk? In the given case, inherent risk. Inherent risk. See, nature of business. See, several stores. See, textile shop, nature of business, something will be stolen. You cannot avoid. Nature of business. Okay. Nature of business is dealing with the variety of item. Dealing with the variety of item. Inventory record. See, inventory record would be inaccurate. So it is inevitable, susceptible, you cannot avoid, would be inaccurate. So that's inherent risk. Second, control risk. Can you guess which is control risk? Don't forget to highlight SA 200 inherent control. Can you guess what is control risk over here? See, already stock is physically verified. There is security tag. These are the two dash. Why am I alone here? Already stock physically verified. Security tag is already there. These are the two control. Despite these two control, collusion may happen. Correct, alle? Am I correct? Yes. So this you should write in the answer. Okay, Ali, thank you. So control risk means security tag is displayed. Security tag is displayed. Where? Displayed on each and every item. Ma'am, from where are you getting from question? Displayed on each and every item. Moreover, see the question? Moreover, inventory are physically verified. Inventory physically verified. Despite these control, even though these control are there, despite these internal control, there can be what? Collusion among employees. Collusion among employees. Resulting in what? Resulting in inventory records inaccurate. Inventory records inaccurate. They're asking, because of this, what is the effect on the record? Now, can you say what is the last risk? Over. Detection risk. Hello. What is the detection risk? Despite dash performed. Can someone support despite what performed? Detection risk. Despite AP audit procedures performed. Ah, it may not detect the inventory misappropriated. Look small because I have not written. You have to write all these things for the exam. Inherent control and detection. Can you reply whether you understood how to present and what to write? So this will be the first intro para. This, then this will be the second para. This in the given case, three things you have to write and how it affects you have to conclude. Hello. Just for me to know, no, nothing else. Was this the presentation format you thought before we discussed? Was this the format which you were thinking? Now, all of you are saying no. Now, can I say one thing? This is a question from your ICI material. I did not create. I'm sure that you would have seen this question. Unless you sit with a pen, paper, write, work out, like we did now. How examiner? So that's why I said last few days, always you sit with the pen, paper, and work out. So that's it, guys. I have one more topic on hand, which is risk assessment. I want to take the response also. 315 over risk assessment. One question I guided you how to do. Audit risk over. One question we have did. Now response, which is essay 330. So can you take rest? There is no point in giving break now. So we'll finish the session and break. I mean break alla wind up. So can you take rest for 1 minute? How many of you are with me? Say me. Let me see. How many are with me? Hello. All good? Any doubt you have? And if you're ready, let me know. See, I can sit and talk anything else, but it's your exam time. I should not talk anything. It should be fruitful. So let me know if you're ready, I can start. And if you're ready, let me know. See, I can sit and talk anything else, but it's your exam time. Okay. Ready. Okay. What else? So guys, as we told in the beginning of the session, I wanted to go for the last part, which is responses. So okay, risk assessment, I always feel there are two parts, okay? One is essay 315, identify and assess. Next is essay 330, response. This is RAP, risk assessment procedure. This is FAP, further audit procedure. We'll wind up the session with that. Hello. Energy should come from the mind and not from the body. Your body will give up saying fed up, we don't want to do, it's too much, it is hot, current gone. There are minimum 10 excuses not to study, but there is only one reason to study. Why? To see against your name successful. Makla, chalo, just imagine your result. Just 1 second. Can you imagine the result? Your name, below that, your name, your name below that, what it should come. Can you type in the chat box? Below your name, what it should come. Type in the chat box. Okay. Do you need anything other than this? No. So you, me, our institute, the session, all are done only with one good reason, to see this successful. Now for that, we have to go to the next essay. So let's be positive. Can we proceed? Now, if you leave me, I'll sit and talk about that. So I don't want to waste your time. Okay. Ada, keep replying. So responses. Essay. Auditor's responses. See, 315 will you perform risk assessment procedure. 330 will further audit procedure. This is essay 330. What is 330? Auditor's responses to assessed risk. The assessed risk essay 315. Responses essay 330. Okay. Now, as I told you, every essay is issued by ICI. Every essay has an objective. Okay. So what is the objective of this essay? Can someone guide me? To perform. Why am I alone? To perform further audit procedure. To perform further audit procedure. To obtain. Why are you performing further audit procedure? To obtain evidence of assessed risk. Why? From chapter 1 you are hearing to reduce the risk to a what level? Acceptable low level. Say though, I think it is incomplete, Kuta. To obtain evidence about what? About the risk. Okay, so this is the first part of the essay, which is the objective. So objective of this essay is to perform FAP, further audit procedure, to obtain evidence about risk, to reduce the risk to an acceptable low level. Now, can you guide? In essay 315, we said risk happens in how many level, guys? Risk etra level? Evlo level? 2 level na? Risk can happen in, you forgot? Here. Risk can be either in overall FS or assertion. See, if risk can happen in 2 level, responses should be also in 2 level. Am I correct? Risk, if it is 2 level, your response is also 2 level. I'll say very good example. See, I'm asking you a question. Everyone is saying a wrong answer, meaning overall risk. I'm asking question, only Aishwarya is saying, Aishwarya, I'm sorry, I'm just saying example. Only Aishwarya is saying, then it is assertion, specific risk. So, your response should be also in 2 level. So, first, overall responses, meaning responses to risk of material misstatement at overall FS level. Second, requirements, nature, timing and extent of audit procedure to risk at what level? Assertion level. Did you understand that? Risk is 2 level. So response is also at 2 level. This is response to risk in overall. This is response to risk in assertion level. If you are clear, can I get a green signal by saying clear? Clear. Put clear. Clear and clear. Now, how will you do overall response? How will you do assertion level response? If it is overall response, you it is not what I thought. You will revise your understanding, emphasize on your procedure. Risk affecting the full FS. So what will you do? I'll say in two language. ഞങ്ങൾ വിചാരിച്ച പോലെയല്ല നമ്മൾ വിചാരിച്ചത് മാറ്റി മോർ പ്രൊസീജിയറിനെ എംഫസൈസ് ചെയ്യും നമ്മൾ നനച്ച മാതിരി ഇല്ല so you will revise the understanding and more procedure பண்ணுவீங்க so three things guys so what will you do you will evaluate assess risk how much is the risk then you will reassess or revise the understanding then you will emphasize on can you say revise understanding emphasize on can someone say SAP comprises of further audit procedure comprises of what all da further audit procedure comprises of test of control substantive audit procedure right I should be specific test of control substantive audit procedure emphasize on test of control substantive audit procedure or both this is for overall risk now for specific risk traveling expense alone Aishwarya only said some wrong answer so what I will see first why reasons is it one time or frequent I will see its likelihood of occurrence frequency then I will see it's a significant if significant I will obtain more dash evidence can you say that dash if it is significant you will obtain more dash evidence what evidence guys audit evidence no if you think it is more significant material risk you will obtain more dash evidence why no one reliable substantive corroborative no very good persuasive wait 3 words you should be careful in the exam corroborative is supporting evidence pervasive you use in 705 fully affected here I said persuasive convincing but good try guys very good Setu Eda you saw for assertion what is the reason of that specific risk how much time significant I mean likelihood if it is significant more convincing persuasive evidence can you reply whether you are clear with this much so we said 4 things objective of this essay requirements how you will do overall response how will you do response of assertion level why you should have all the fun I will also have fun unless you say okay I won't proceed hello I just ask you one okay na you guys are sitting like what okay thanks you want me to run through these two and wind up can I say test of control and SAP breathe in something big going to come breathe in hi sweetie you joined back breathe in why ma'am something big going to come breathe in and give me ready okay Then you won't get time to breathe later on. Come on. Ma'am, where are you going? Eda, we are performing further audit procedure in SA 330. So test of controls I'm going to elaborate and substantive audit procedure. And I'm going to run, don't fall, run with me. Test of control. Why test of control is performed? To check whether, those who can reply with me first, you can, others you can hear. To check whether internal controls are in existence, whether internal controls are in existence. If so, whether internal controls are operating effectively and consistent. Meaning, whether internal control detect, prevent, and a third word, correct misstatements. DPC. Now, for doing this, auditor shall inquire apply ചെയ്തു എപ്പോൾ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു എത്രത്തോളം അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു who applied, how applied, to what extent. Auditor shall inquire who applied the control, how applied the control, to what extent applied the control. You'll inquire the nature of control, etc. When you inquire, there is any deviation. Deviation means there is some, it should not be like this. There is a deviation. It is not proper. Then you will do specific inquiry or general or both. That was one of the MCQ. If you find any deviation, you will do what inquiry? Only specific. You already found out issue. Internal control means not only main control, you will also evaluate indirect control or compensatory control will be also evaluated. Ma'am, what is that? See, like backup control. If main control is not working, company there will be a backup control. If manager is on leave, assistant manager will sign. So that will be also evaluated. However, inquiry of control alone cannot provide you with sufficient and appropriate evidence. So that's the snap sum up of TOC. Ada, can you reply whether you understood test of controls? Hello? No. Okay. Now, can you say about, flow gone da. We said about test of control. Can you say about SAP? What is SAP? SAP. Substantive audit procedure. See, substantive audit procedure comprises of what? It has test of details and substantive analytical procedure. Okay. Now, test of details has, 500 SA says na, test of transactions and test of balances. What is test of transaction? Where you vouch P&L item, test of balances, verify balance sheet. Analytical procedure 520. Now, we are saying about substantive audit procedure. Auditor shall determine whether to perform substantive analytical procedure or whether to perform only test of detail. It is substantive analytical procedure, test of detail alone. I'll say option 1, option 2, combination of both the most responsive. Option 1 or option 2 or both is most responsive. Combination. Why? This will give you relevant and reliable. This will give you sufficient evidence. Where is that? Combination of test of detail and substantive analytical is most responsive. Now, if risk is high, if risk is high, more audit procedure you'll perform. Even after performing the risk, if you are unable to obtain evidence, you will modify. Modify, essay 705. However, substantive audit procedure alone cannot provide you evidence. Do you see that sentence? Test of control inquiry cannot provide evidence. Substantive audit procedure alone also cannot provide evidence. Both should be done as a part of further audit procedure. Winding up with these two sentences, when you need more persuasive evidence of control, meaning you need more convincing evidence about control, increase TOC and reliance. You want me to say in Malayalam and Tamil? അതായത് ഇന്റേണൽ കൺട്രോളിനെ കുറിച്ച് കൂടുതൽ ബോധിക്കുന്ന എവിഡൻസ് വേണം എങ്കിൽ ബോധിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ കൂടുതൽ നോക്കി കൂടുതൽ റിലയൻസ് പ്ലേസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റണ്ടേ கண்ட்ரோலை பத்தி உங்களுக்கு நிறைய சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்டரி எவிடன்ஸ் வேணும்னா நிறைய பார்த்து நிறைய ரிலையன்ஸ் பிளேஸ் பண்ணணும் ஐயோ ஐ ஹோப் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டுட் இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் மோர் பெர்சுவேசிவ் எவிடன்ஸ் மோர் யூ see more you perform TOC and more reliance you should place. Why? എടാ extent of dash to be increased when results of TOC are unsatisfactory. Can you reply? If TOC is unsatisfactory, you should increase what? And if you feel control is weak, you should increase SAP. Correct. Very good, sweetie. Others, did you get that point? You saw internal control, and if you feel control is not proper, you should increase SAP, right? And why are you seeing internal control? To see how much SAP to be performed. Are we okay? So guys, in essay 330, which is the last part, which we said the third part, we dealt objective, requirements, overall response, assertion level, then TOC and SAP. Can all of you reply? Okay, Setu, what about others? Did you understand? So guys, this is again one MCQ question. I'm going to wind up with two MCQ question, okay? This is again one of the MCQ question from the recent MTP. Can you read and say the answer? Case scenario, let it be there. New revenue recognition system could affect several items in FS. Inventory valuation revenue recognition involves specific risk. Which of the following is correct? Both risk will affect FS. Risk related to assertion, both. First FS, second is assertion. First assertion, second is FS. Those who have attended that, they would understand. Others, see, risk will happen in two levels, overall FS and assertion level. See, here they are affecting multiple items. So this will affect, first will affect full FS. Whereas this affects only assertion. So first risk will affect full FS, second will affect only assertion. Are you clear? So can you read this last question? I'm winding up with this. I'll read this question. This is nothing with MTP. This is another question. And are you with me? If so, say yes. I'll read this. I'll discuss. Last 2 minutes I'll talk and wind up. And whenever a big question comes, always go with the last part. With respect to the confirmation balance request, which of the following is as per essay? But which essay will come to your mind? Confirmation balance. Confirmation, external confirmation is say 505. As per 505, which is correct. So when you read the last part, think of 505. Now read above. MNO is a company engaged in manufacturing kit toys. Company sells the goods on credit basis. Messrs. Ajay Vijay, the auditors, during the course of audit, Ajay, the partner, asked the management about email address of receivables. The management of the company asked sales supervisor to send confirmation and collect all response. Can you reply? Is it correct? As per SA 505, there is a sentence. Auditor should maintain control over external confirmation. Here, auditor is delegating the authority and they are asking sales manager to receive response. Is it wrong? The management of MNO also informed Ajay that confirmation of two receivables, Sportstar and Kidzone, are not available because of dispute. So you asked two confirmation, both are not available because of dispute. So two issues. The one, you asked them to collect confirmation, which is wrong. It is not as per SA 505. You should control, not through client. Second, two are not available. They say it is dispute. Now say the answer. Ajay should have relied on explanation by management with respect to Kidzone and he should perform alternative procedure. See, since there's a dispute, you should perform alternative. Ajay should obtain direct response instead of routing, both A and B. Ajay should issue qualified opinion. Which is the answer? Anything you can say. Say as per SA 505. Narmada, not B Kutta. As per SA 505, whenever management is refusing, you should see whether management is saying, you are not getting confirmation or they are refusing, you should see whether there is a reasonable cause. One of the reasonable causes dispute. If there is a dispute, you will go for alternative procedure. A is correct. Plus, you should obtain direct response. B is also correct. So both A and B. Narmada, okay ano? Okay va? So dispute is one of the reasonable cause. So guys, that's it, guys. I think we are coming to the end of the session. Yeah. So thank you for being such a patient audience. And here, if you have any doubts, you can always get in touch with me. And I'm wishing to see you all there in ICI Thrissur final class. We have final batch over there. So yeah, I wish to see you all in ICI Thrissur final batch at the earliest. So that's it from my side, and I should say it was a really interactive session. And if you have any doubts, always you can WhatsApp me. And thank you, Hikasa, for this initiative also. And you have any other queries? No. So that's all from my side. Can we wind up or are they there? I think we can leave. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. for conducting such an insightful and engaging revision session. We truly appreciate your time and guidance. Thank you all for joining us today. Wishing each one of you the very best for your upcoming exams. May your hard work bring great success. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, ma'am.